he's going to read from the word, man, and we're going to start from Elohim, and we're going to let him put the word out there so that we can address the word and open up a dialogue of what is intended. So what is the word saying?
Okay. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, it said, Elohim said, let us make man in our image.
Hold on, what did Elohim say?
It said make man in our image.
Did it say let us? Did it say us?
He said ours.
What did it say? Let's hear it again. I mean, for real. I mean, I heard something.
Okay, it said Elohim said, let us make man in our image,
Okay.
after our likeness.
So it was us. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so Elohim created man in his image. And his image was Elohim created he, him, male and female.
What was that?
Ooh, it said he, him, male and female.
Oh, so Elohim is a male and female? Is that what the word is saying?
Yes.
The word is saying that Elohim is male and female.
Yes.
Can you read that again? I mean, I really need to hear that, man.
So Elohim created man in his image. And his image was Elohim created he, him, male and female.
Alright, look. We talking about childhood, that child being exploited. But now we looking at who's that baby daddy? We talking about this child being exploited, being exposed. In chapter 2, we talking about who's that baby daddy. Now let's look at something and let's correlate, let's connect these two dots. Because, man, I mean, me and my cousins, we sitting out here and we're looking at things and we're looking at how it relates to reality. Not based upon what we think is right or anything. We're just looking at what we observe and we're basically, I mean, putting that together with the things that we're reading. So now let's look at something. We can go through the, Catholicism. We can go through Revelations and say, what the Catholic Church is. I mean, look, you do your own research on this. We're going to deal with this. We're going to get to, what the beast is riding, what the Great Whore of Babylon is. We're not going to play that game. Let's look at something. Let's look at how the female was taken out of the equation in plain sight. Elohim, of which they're saying that this is what we are Elohim. Like we are human, they are Elohim. They're saying that we are male and female. We're about to show the duality of male and female to where blasphemy of the Holy Spirit could be you talking about Yahweh's wife, man, does not exist. We ain't going to get into that right now. So we want to, look, cuz, I want you to read it again so that we can, man, it's not what thus saith Ty. Let's look at it literally and we're going to see how it correlates to why the children of the Most High Yahweh is doing the things that they're doing now. Because we do not know the nature of ourselves on the spiritual level. So, I mean, come on, man.
Okay. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18.
No. Go back and reiterate the first.
Okay.
Go back and
Elohim created man in his image.
Right.
And Elohim created he, him, male and female.
Male and female. Ty did not make that up. It's about to be proven that this male and female is the natural nature of us. The yin and yang, the negative and the positive, however we want to call it, is, and there's another verse in it that says that a man shall cling unto his parents, his mother and his father, or it's his mother, or his father, until he finds a wife, and they should become one flesh. Now, before I give my cousin to read this part that basically confirms what I'm saying, I'm going to tie it into the fact that this child is exposed because this duality of nature is not addressed. A woman cannot bring up a daughter or a son without the father. The daughter has what the mother has already. It's in the DNA that they speak of. We're going to get into the DNA of how with these demons, these Azazel on them, what they actually did and was trying to corrupt the DNA, the bloodline. That's why we got these two bloodlines. We got Solomon and David. To which, you know, the Yahshua, they was trying to corrupt the DNA. We ain't going to get into that right now. I'm saying to you that if we have unions of man and woman without the conscious of carnality, without the conscious of the soul or the intellect, or without the conscious of spirit, surely we have lost. So all of these symptoms that we're seeing, the disrespect, the girl on the bus getting knocked out, all these dudes in jail, the recidivism rate being the way that it is, men not taking care of their kids, the little kids being nasty and anything they want to be. And nasty is not the word to break them down. We're not saying that. I'm just saying that it's nasty. Because everybody had their nasty. Everybody had their nasty. For those that did not have a nasty, Yah will bless you, and we're not talking about you, don't need no response. But everybody had their nasty, and we can sit up there and say that no, everybody didn't have their nasty. Look, Satan's slicker than anybody that can ever imagine. But look, let's further this conversation, not in what Ty says, but in what the word says. Let's talk about what happened, what really happened when Adam was separated from Eve. Let's go with the word.
And Yahweh said, caused a deep sleep to fall upon.
Hold on, what happened? Something didn't sound right.
Yahweh Elohim caused a deep sleep unto the man.
Right.
And he sleep. And he took the female part out of the male.
What does it say in the Holy Name Bible?
It said Tessel.
The Tesla.
Yes.
Let me explain something to you. In the Holy Name Bible that was revised back in the 70s, it actually said womb.
Excuse me.
We're not going to have a situation to where we're not going to acknowledge the female. Because Elohim, we already basically, I made that argument that Elohim was male and female. So, what happened? So, go ahead and read it exactly. Read exactly what you got there.
Okay, and Yahweh Elohim called a deep sleep unto the man, and he slept.
Right.
He took the female and caused it of the flesh to enter thereof.
Does it say that?
Yes.
The female?
Yes.
The female.
Yes.
Man, read that again.
And Yahweh Elohim called a deep sleep unto man, and slept. And he took the female of the clothed flesh. And
It says
thereof. Yes.
Alright, look. Do you know what in society? They beat down the female. They want to exploit her. They want to make her a carnal person. They want to look at her breasts. They want to look at her hair. They want to look at her face. And this is what they do. They try to break the female down to where the male don't respect the female. They want to make the female the object. They want to make this an objective being to where you're not looking at this person as your mother. You're not looking at this person as your wife. You're looking at this person as a bitch, a hoe, a slut, and all of these demonic names that we come to describe the people that we're supposed to love the most.
And
Read it, bro.
the woman which caused Elohim to take from the man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man.
Do we understand that we are two great parts of a whole? Read it again.
And the woman which Elohim took it from the man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man.
I don't know what anybody else read or what they comprehend or what they discern or whatever they get out of that literally. And we can go into the hermeneutics. We can say that, it's a coincidence here. We can say that it's symbolic. We can say that it is whatever we want it to be. The reality of the matter is that to the Hebrews, anybody that understands the nature of being a Hebrew knows that the male and the female are one being, because Elohim is male and female. First things first. You got to be patient.
And it says in verse 20, still in chapter 2 of Genesis, it says, and the man said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh.
Right.
She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
She was taken out of the man. That W-O was the womb of woman that was in Adam. Let's look at the dynamics of this here. Let's look at how it plays out today in modern society. Now, Elohim said that, look, this is who I am. He acknowledges himself as a male, dominant. But he says that, look, this part of me, this other, what we want to call, the sensitive part, this vulnerable part, y'all knows his strength. Who are we to interpret that? He knew of that femininity, that without what we're to be, they're not to be, because he established us in truth. We didn't say what we are. We didn't say what we were. Elohim made it clear that we were male and female. That's why you always had the angels or the angelic host. You had Gabriel and Michael going out together. They were one being. So I'm not going into that right now about the the dualistic hosts or the dualistic nature of the Elohim. I'm just saying, for the sake of this argument of spiritual manipulation, who's that baby daddy, to bring it back around, is that, look, we need both in order for that male and that female to cultivate in spirituality. We ain't even on the spiritual level. We on the carnal level. I mean, in this, we're in the carnal level in this avatar. This is the lesson.
In Genesis chapter 21, therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, he shall cleave unto his wife.
And it shall become what?
And they shall be one flesh.
One flesh.
And they both was naked, and the man and his wife were not ashamed.
And you know what? That's the whole thing. Is that this is the shame. Our childhood experiences, not having a father there, seeing mama do some things that you thought mama shouldn't do, your mother, your father putting their hands on you without explaining things. This allowed generations of us to desensitize ourselves and to cultivate ourselves into a being that is much more fierce, and a being that is much more rebellious, as a being that is much more ignorant than what we were before, the same being. You cannot acknowledge the truth and then sit up and say, I don't acknowledge the truth. You can't, come on now. You can't serve mammon out here. You can't say that I love Yahweh but want to be a part of this Babylonian society. Are you serious? You really want to be a part of it? They do not acknowledge the wife of Yahweh, or the other half, the feministic half, that Ty did not speak upon, that the Bible spoke upon itself. If there is not the nature of spirituality that raised these children, trust me, we're done, son. We're done from the beginning. So I hope that we got to the rudiments, we got to the base of it, because we got to move on. Many are called and few are chosen. If you want to argue these things, you argue with yourself. I went through 17 and a half years of research within TIE, the University of TIE, to figure myself out, not to figure you out. This is Ty's truth and my cousin's truth as we relate to ourselves. So when I come through, I'm going to move on. We're going to move on to the cultivation of slave mentality. Chapter 3. Cultivation of slave mentality, which means that I'm gonna do what everybody else doing, act like that this is okay to do.